This is our last demo video before we install our new kitchen. We've already taken out the upper cabinets, so I'll show that quickly. We still have to remove the lower cabinets, get the appliances out, and then take out the last layer of subfloor that's underneath those. From there, we're going to take out the bulkhead around the room and then fill in with new pieces of drywall. Then we'll be ready to install our new IKEA kitchen, but first we need to clear all the mess and run the dishwasher one last time.
We removed the upper cabinets about a week before we took out the base cabinets. This gave us a chance to clear everything out and get used to living with an updated kitchen. Our cabinets were just screwed in from the back, so all we had to do was remove the screws and then give them a little tug to take out. Same thing with the countertop and the base cabinets. The cabinet with the sink was a bit tricky because it had been plumbed around the cabinet, so we took it out the next day. Night, we took out the bulkheads that are around the room. Here I am just scoring the edges with a utility knife, and that way when we ripped up the drywall, it wouldn't peel into the ceiling. Right after, the husband came in with a sledgehammer and started taking down the bulkhead. You'll notice that we put on some masks because it was getting really dusty. Unfortunately, behind this first wall, we found the vent stack for the plumbing system. It just had to be moved upwards, but I don't have any videos of that. Essentially, we just cut it, added a bit of length, and pushed it up. There were a few wires that were hanging down that go to those outlets, but there was room to move them once we had the vent stack out. We made sure everything was nice and secure before we closed it back up. Unfortunately, that was the delay we weren't looking forward to, and it took us almost a day to fix all of that up. In the second wall, we had the light to deal with, so we made sure to turn off the breaker and then continue our work. Once all the bulkheads were out, the next day we could focus on taking out the floors and rebuilding everything up. I had to cut out the base of the sink cabinet with a jigsaw so I could get the pieces out. From there, we continued the rest of the floor demo, which included taking out some of the linoleum and the last layer of subfloor underneath the cabinets. Floor demo is definitely dusty and you'll see all the dust flying everywhere. While my husband did the bulk of the work, I took all the pieces and put them out for the garbage. Construction work is very messy, and it took us a few loads to bring it to the local landfill. By now, it was almost evening of our second day of demo without the kids around, and we had managed to move the plumbing pipe up, any wires that were in the way, and had repositioned the pendant that would go over the sink. We also added the insulation that had fallen out and some new vapor barrier to the exterior wall and to the ceiling to block in the attic. Over the summer, we had a garage built to our property, so we had a lot of drywall pieces left over. The first few ended up fitting perfectly, and I didn't even have to cut them. We had more than enough pieces to cover the rest of the bulkheads. Before I finish this video, let me show you my quick little trick for filling in any patches if you don't have a backer. You need to get a little piece of wood and screw it into the drywall on the opposite side. From there, you should have a nice solid surface to screw into.
I was thinking maybe you can bring the kids to Lemare's and I'll take out the countertops and the...
I was hoping we would do that before, but you're like lounging.
Oh, okay. Well, if you get it cleared...
That's my plan after my video.